right now. Right now.
Welcome back to the eSports Report.
No.
Mr. X,
What was
Benson,
the question?
Chemo.
What was the question?
I said I wasn't trying to harass you. I was just saying, Ben, what did your first video do, like view-wise, on YouTube? The first one you ever uploaded?
I had 33 views.
33. Okay. So Matt, if you uploaded one YouTube video, what do you think it would reach?
Oh, right. Hold the phone.
It had a lot more than 33 viewers.
I think so too.
At the time, I had like one follower who was my mom and my cat who had like a fake account.
And they
my mom
viewed
made
it.
an account.
Just to give you guys the context of
No,
why,
but like
why
that's
we're
my
arguing.
reach. No.
We're arguing over this because Ben has his GoPro. He's being super, he's freaking out where the GoPro is, whether it can go places, and it's like
people want to see it. I think the video's cool.
Thank you.
I just don't think
it's gonna be like 30 people.
a lot of people are gonna watch it.
Like 20 people.
I bet you $20, 5,000 views right now.
20 people are gonna watch it.
I'm not gonna bet that.
Let's do 5,000.
It's gonna get 5,000 views.
It's like 30.
I'll watch it just to see myself. So I mean, that's already a view off the counter.
You got him refresh too. You got him refresh too.
You are the worst detector of sarcasm or just jokes in general.
All right. First of all, English people invented sarcasm. Americans just haven't really.
Is that sarcasm right now? You think you invented sarcasm?
No, but we actually did. Like my humor is very different to everyone else.
By the way, Benson could
everybody knows
Benson
English
could not name.
are really mean.
Benson could not name. He could not name 10 basketball players last night. He called Kyrie Irving Steve Irving.
That may have happened. Yes.
And he named 3 basketball players by name that he just heard their names in mention. And Ron told them 1.
No. Oh, yeah, he did. He told me 1 at the very beginning.
Okay, he
name 3 right now.
He's
name
mentioning
3 right now. Not.
He's mentioning like random people.
Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Kevin Durant.
Bah! It's 3.
That's 3.
You
2 of them don't
you
play.
said name 5?
No, I said 3.
You said 3.
But name 3 that currently play.
Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash.
Oh, that's a wrestler. Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
That's the guy.
One more.
Steve Nash doesn't play. Steve Nash doesn't play.
Yeah,
Kevin Nash. No.
Kevin Nash.
Steve Nash.
LeBron.
LeBron
James.
Steve Nash retired.
LeBron plays.
LeBron did.
LeBron.
All right, LeBron does. Excuse me.
So that's the 3.
Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash, I think, is the highlight of that. I'm so glad I asked that question.
Oh,
God.
Wait. Kyrie Irvine.
Irvine. Yes. That's how they say it in England, though, to be fair.
There you go. See? That's 3. Play right now.
Oh, man. Well, talking about England, Gfinity, Faze not going. Faze not able to field the team.
Why not?
For the Spring Masters.
Players not over there.
Players just not
able.
Joe.
Yo,
Super hype.
Join me right now.
Toss me out. Let me show that off right now.
So, on sale tomorrow. You can buy these in the Pro Store.
This is mine now, right?
It's not even. Oh.
No, this is mine now, right?
Oh.
That's what
It's
I'm
just
hearing.
Yo, dibs,
sweatshirt.
shotgun right now.
It's
shotgun.
not. Can
If
I
it's
keep
an
this?
XL, it's
Wait,
mine.
no,
so
I've shotgunned it. Shotgun rules.
It's an XL.
I shotgunned it.
The stream sees it.
Nick,
It's an XL. It's
Nick,
mine.
These
shotgun.
will be going
let me
on
see
sale
it.
tomorrow.
Let me see it.
No,
These
you
are
can-
very
No, let me see it.
Here,
Let me
see.
see it. No, let me see
Here,
it.
see it.
I'll
Let's
give you
see your
back.
eyes.
I'll
Give
give
me
you
your
back.
eyes.
All right, children, let's relax. Children, let's relax. It's Thermofit
Yo,
Final
Dude,
Boss.
this is so nice.
To be honest, the only
Hoodie.
problem right now is the fact that we're approaching summer.
And I'm a fan of this, so I'm
Hey,
going to
you're
keep
wearing a
this.
hoodie. Let me have it.
No, that's good.
I'm not wearing.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put this over my hoodie.
I'm going to keep this.
I'm gonna wear this later on.
Dude, this is so nice. So nice.
Anyway, like we were going to talk before we were
Now I'm wearing this. Too.
before we were interrupted with awesome gifts. Faze not able to attend Gfinity. Hook under 18, he can't go. Obviously, enable playing without the gaming. And Fab Games is going to take their spot.
Fab
Ben.
A.
Yeah, whatever. Fab A Games. They're going to be replacing them, and
Fabulous
it's going to be a combination.
Fabulous.
It's going to be a combination of their both their teams. So it's going to be Gunelite, Kiwi, Torres, and Rush.
So
playing for
basically,
them.
we had 2 teams, meshed them,
Combine them into one, because it's not
Into one
fair to send
fabulous
one and the
roster.
other into one. As you said, Chemo, very good.
The ultimate fabulous roster.
Shame
Shame
it's a bit
FaZe
upsetting
aren't
if FaZe can't go.
Yes.
It started out when Ozuma said, I don't think I'm going to be able to go, and then you kind of thought
I think
after a
ultimately started
while.
with Enable saying peace out. I'm playing with OG.
Well, who would have... I mean, it kind of came together probably so late that FaZe was invited going. I mean, if that team's invited, Enable doesn't just jump shit and go with OG. They might.
I'm just saying it's all up there. Like, can you blame him? Like, really? It's almost a guaranteed championship at that point.
Yeah.
Just saying. I would do the same thing if I was unable. I'd go ask him, like, yo, peace out.
I mean, I think it's upsetting for Faze. I think Faze, you know, Hook's such an under. I mean, he's 15, 16, right?
16, I think.
16, something like that.
He's really young.
Still like 2 years away from being able to go to a lot of these events.
Right.
They're going to run into a lot of trouble with him, you know, as the season goes on. It's scary. For an organization, I don't know.
Yeah,
phenomenal player, just kind of scares me a little bit from organizations.
Still,
like
who else is going to Gfinity?
Oh,
everybody now.
Everybody's going.
Right. Faze is like the largest like brand that isn't going, by far.
That's weird.
Everybody else is go.
Yeah.
If you look at teams from the Pro League, Elevate's not going to be there. Rise isn't going to be there.
AR isn't going to be there.
AR isn't going to be there.
Justice.
Justice.
Faze.
Everybody
Everybody else
else
will be
The
there.
one that stands out clearly from that list is
Faze.
Faze.
It's
right?
Faze.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the biggest COD organizations.
Yes.
Not that.
I'm
I'm
totally
surprised
wrong
because
that
they
they
could have
mentioned
picked up anyone they wanted. Like, you look at those teams we just
Why
listed
did
out.
they pick up someone from those teams?
Burns, Neslo.
Right.
There's
Because
With
is
some
it
good talent
worth
right there.
funding a team to go to an event that is just a makeshift team with a week
Yeah.
to practice?
What do you expect at that point?
Like, what do you? Why are you?
But I feel like
Why are you
having
sending them?
having the brand there alone is like. I feel like that's good. Like you want that representation, especially in
Oh,
Europe.
I think you definitely want the representation, but at
You don't
some
want your
point it's-
representation to get crapped on.
Yeah, that.
That's true.
That's
what I was gonna
that's
say.
worse than not attending. So I kind of agree with Faze. If they can't field the team that they feel confident enough that's gonna win, then they shouldn't send a team at all. I kind of agree with that. They'll be back
yeah,
at Gfinity the next time
I
with
can agree with
a
that.
roster,
Like,
that
that's
can
not-
compete.
That's not
Right.
too
You're gonna go.
rude.
You're gonna
That's
send a
pretty
team to an event. You're gonna go there to compete. You're not gonna just put a team together just to say, "Hey, we're there."
Woohoo!
Right.
Yeah.
Look at what we did.
Yeah. Great. You got last.
Hey, up, guys.
No. Yeah. I think that's
I mean,
a good move.
I can accept that.
Yeah.
Fair.
Something we touched on a little bit yesterday, coming up on MLG.tv over the next few months, is going to be the CEVO Season 7.
I'm pumped
So
for this.
Thursday, tonight's matches got a little bit more interesting. So the 8 p.m. matchup between Cloud9 versus Liquid.
Straight miss one out.
That is, yeah, I mean, the Pentaverse 12, those rosters haven't been affected. The Cloud9 roster, completely new. You have Sean Garris and Nothing staying on that team. Shroud, he's there as well still. And then, Freakazoid and Skadoodle joining Cloud9. It's an awesome name.
They have the best names.
They do.
In Counter-Strike. Like, seriously.
That's good. I like Scooter.
So this will be the first time I believe anyone is seeing that roster in action. Swag also brought back to Cloud9 doing analysis.
All right, so I know you've been on the grind of Counter Strike. You've been watching. You've been playing. You've been doing a lot of stuff. How good is this roster gonna be?
In the NA scene?
Oh, globally.
In both. Why not?
Globally, I mean, they should be like top 8. NA, I think they'll be the best.
The best North American team?
Skadoodle's the best operator in North America. I mean, you can see some of the footage we have here now from him playing.
Skadoodle,
Yeah, he was filling in with Elevate.
He's pretty good.
He
I'm
was
not
sick.
gonna lie.
I think this is a great team for C9. What's interesting to me is they bring Swag in to do analysis stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he was part of the whole I buy power situation.
Situation.
Right, but he's played with these guys before. And Swag, one of the when he got kind of suspended, when he got banned by Valve, was looked at as being the up and coming player in North America. Do they bring him on as an analysis expert, or I mean, do they just kind of bring him on in that role to hold on to his rights for when he becomes free, and then you bring him back to the team?
This is interesting.
I see what you're saying.
Right, like you kind
So you
of
think
get
this
him
roster's
now.
not going to stick?
No, I think this roster will stick.
But they have one bad event, or they have a couple
But
bad events. in a row?
think they're a little bit under
if
the
their
gun.
placements are kind of like up and down, whatnot, and Swag comes off of that suspension or something happens where he's allowed to play again, you can't tell me that they have him.
Yeah, they have him. It's
Yeah.
like, why would you not?
Why would you not invest in that?
How good of an analysis do you think he's gonna be?
He's not like an in-game leader. Like Nothing is like an in-game leader for C9.
Right, but how good of an analysis is Swag going to be?
He'll be able to
analyst,
like kind of. He'll be able to like, yeah. He'll be able to thank you. He'll be able to give his like view on stuff, but he's not the in-game shot caller that like nothing is. Like nothing would do better in that job than Swag, but Swag is. I think that's why it's more of a kind of a play to have him as well as a backup plan to say, hey, you know, maybe in a year or something he comes off of the suspension or ban from Valve, and those iBuyPower guys become free. Like those are going to be some of the most sought-out players in North American CS:GO.
Fair.
So you figure having him as just an emergency plan. I mean, they can go on a run and they can play really well, and he comes off and they just release him or trade him or sell him to another team, whatnot. I mean, if they don't play well, it's just a great asset to have. So there's really no downside of bringing him in. I think that is something interesting. Something we actually passed up that I want to go back to. NIP added to the Season 7 for CEVO, the European division. That was announced, I believe, this morning. They joined other teams in the European division, like Virtus.pro, Titan, Gamersdude, Na'Vi, and more. Envy and Fnatic already invited to the playoffs. So I very much believe that NIP will qualify for playoffs. Yeah, and I believe, I was looking at I believe their first match is against Hellraisers. Don't know exactly what date, because the schedules didn't update. But excited to see NIP and CEVO Season 7.
I think they're going to do really well. Really, really well. Who do you think is the best team in the game right now? You're
so it's like a
Envy,
toss-up.
You saying Envy? Because I heard a couple people in the office talking about it earlier on.
Yeah, me and Brian were kind of going back and forth on it. And I mean, I love the Envy guy. The thing is like Envy is kind of, they're really consistent right now. Envy and Fnatic had a really like long run where they were consistently like up there, and then we saw slippages from both teams. Envy loses in the Pro League to, was it VP? It was either VP or Na'Vi. I think they lost to Na'Vi because Na'Vi ended up winning that one. It's going to be interesting this next few events coming up. I think like NIP definitely has a chance. Like I think NIP has a better chance now than they ever really did against those teams. I still think like deep down, if you were to be like, oh, you have to pick a team to like your life depended on it, I'd probably say Fnatic. So I would say Fnatic.
I will agree with you on that. I think Fnatic's still looking very, very strong.
The only thing, I mean, I think with the new changes to the op, like it makes it a lot harder to be an aggressive like T-sided opper. That like a team like Titan with Kenny Ass, like that's hurt like a lot. Like
massively.
Like he was putting up like godlike numbers.
Yeah.
Now he's putting up like good.
There's still good numbers, but it's
not near as like,
nothing where it was.
Kenny Ass wrapped on them.
Right.
It's
You
like,
can't just run around a corner and just blame everybody.
Bam.
And then
this is something which interests.
This has been like something in the making for a very long time. Hiko finally finds a team, joins Nilium. He's going to be playing with Semphis as well, team together on Cloud9. He tried to make a super team for like a while, like not even a super team, like him, Skadoodle. He was even talking about maybe going to Europe and play.
I told you that.
Playing
was like
with European players.
I told you.
Multiple attempts to do that.
I told you he wouldn't go over to Europe. I could just no. Minimal likelihood. Just nah.
No, I don't know if a lot of people really know or remember, or he's kind of been.
That's awesome to see you, by the way. Face cam shot.
He's been kind of like, I don't want to say out of the scene, but off of the radar for a while because he hasn't really been on a team.
I mean, he did some analysis work.
Yeah.
Then obviously he played as a fill-in. But he still got it. Like he's very talented player.
This is what we were discussing before.
He still deserves to be in the scene.
If there, a lot of the European players say if there was one player that could play on like a European,
that's amazing. I watched that
like a level with European players, it would be Hiko. Best lurker in North America.
I think.
Yeah, but logistically to move like a player from North America to Europe is just not gonna happen.
Right, or to have like players from Europe move here.
It's just not gonna happen.
What do you think is not gonna happen?
In a long, just trust me. From the issues that I had myself trying to move across the world, like it's not as easy as people think. People think, oh, I want to move across the world. I'm just gonna pack my bag, get a plane or whatever train ticket. If you're in Europe, just move. Like no, that's not. Especially from the U.S. to Europe, that's a tough thing. And to do that, you need an organization with a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, U.S. to Europe is pretty tough.
A team who's basically saying, okay, I see you being a part of this for like at least 3 years.
Yeah, it's not just a
Like
thing you're gonna do
that's
for
not like,
a season
hey,
or something,
come play
right?
for like a season. No, like that's
Come play in the European version of CEVO,
Yeah.
and then we'll send you back. Like, yeah. I mean, you actually could do that. That would probably be easier to go live there for a few months than come back.
You'd probably get a work visa or something. I don't know how you would figure that out.
That's what I'm saying. Like all of the nitty gritty stuff is very, very tough. So like when you hear like stories like that, like oh yeah, he's considering playing in Europe. It's like
you think that's not gonna happen?
Unless you're telling me like an organization like Fnatic is like considering like one of the biggest organizations.
Like the teams that could really fund something like that. It's like Fnatic. I mean, European ones. Trying to think off the top of my head. No, European ones. EG wouldn't send anybody to overseas. It wouldn't make any sense.
No, but I'm saying as an organization, they could afford to do it.
They could afford to. Yeah.
But in terms of European organizations, NIP probably could.
NIP, Fnatic.
And Fnatic.
Probably like Dignitas.
Yeah.
Could afford something like that.
Yeah, they could. Yeah.
I think
they'd be the main three. I don't think Envy could.
I think Envy could.
Well, I don't know. Because all these other organizations, the only reason I say that is not dig at Envy. It's just all these other
could.
Yeah,
all these other organizations have so many like
Epsilon
teams
probably
and
could.
like it's crazy. Epsilon?
Epsilon probably could. They could fund something like that. I think.
So you think
Maybe.
Hiko stays on this roster for a while?
I would love to.
question.
Yeah. See that's the question because I would love to see Hiko on a top North American team. Love it, but he like it just
in order for
wasn't working
another
to find it.
really, I mean, there's CLG for North America. After that, I mean, I think to be honest, like once those iBuyPower guys they come off suspension or ban whatnot, that definitely helps the North American scene a lot because all those guys are like sick. And those are the guys Hiko probably would end up playing with. That's why it's taken so long for him to find a team. Like he was really picky, trying to put something together that he felt comfortable with. At this point, I think he's just like, you know what, I just want to play. And then
enough's enough. I need to get on
whatever
team.
happens after
Let me
this.
just play the damn game.
Right. Let me play, show that I can still play, and then whatever happens after this happens.
He really is like a very talented player as well. So
Yes,
I hope to see him on a really good team sometime in the future.
Very
Not that it is a good
talented
team,
player.
but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
solid
Right.
team.
Former Denal squad.
Yes.
We're going to be going to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have the fail videos. There's one play in here that...
Don't jinx it.
I haven't looked at the script.
Don't.
Okay.
Neither right.
We'll be
Please
right back
don't jinx
after
it.
this quick
Don't
commercial
jinx
break.
it. Thank you.